on the Bossman Show. New head coach at Prairie View A&M. The Panthers out of the SWAC Conference West Division there. Bubba McDowell with me. Coach McDowell, how things down there in Texas this morning, man?
It's a little chilly right now, but everything is all good, man. Getting ready to start the day.
I hear that, Coach. Tell me this, man. How does it make you feel? The administration gave you the head coaching job after you've been there for all those years. The business basketball coach is the head coach, and now you lead this program going forward. Tell me about how it made you feel when they said, "Hey, Coach McDowell, we believe in you and your vision for this program going forward."
Yeah, I mean, it says a lot. I mean, it says a whole lot, and I was really proud and honored to receive that honor because, again, my ideal is, again, just to make sure that this program continue to strive forward, with these young men, and again, get back to the championship, then hopefully win it, next several years.
Most definitely, Coach. And like I said, man, you've seen this program grow and develop so many years. So I feel like you was the right guy anyway because you was already there. You saw the development. You saw what work was put in. You know how things are working and running around the university. And the guys know you and trust you. And I feel that can help you in recruiting as well to keep some young men from leaving the program after the coach recruited them left. So you're there already. So familiarity with you as well. I feel like on so many levels it was the right move because you were there and you was comfortable to those young men and they can trust you already.
Absolutely. And as you just said, I mean, it's all about feeling comfortable, with these young men, and these young men feeling comfortable with me, trusting me to lead them to, to that next level, whether it be, the championship, or, something, outside of football. Our goal, the new coaching staff here, well, they're not new, but, the guys that came back, and we'll have several guys, new guys that come in, our goal is, again, to make sure these young men, leave, better than when they started here at the university.
And, Coach, as I mentioned to you off the air, I'm a graduate of Tennessee State. You're at Prairie View A&M, HBCU school, coaching a lot of young black men. How important is that to you to be leaders of young black men to become better husbands, fathers, thought leaders in the community, knowing about their community, being one with the community, and have that collective mindset of, hey, how do we improve us as a race going forward to be out here in this country and in a worldwide with our talents and what we offer to this world?
Well, and the importance of this is, again, we got to teach our young black men, how to operate, at a what's the word I'm looking for? At a better way how to operate, at all costs. And when I say all costs, that means in the classroom, outside the classroom, when they decide, when it's all said and done, they finish their career here, they can take what they've learned from, not only from us, but, people on the campus, and I say learn meaning good things. And these are things that they're going to take into the world, when they have their kids, when they get married, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach these young men, how to transition when they leave this place, and I thank God, for the opportunity, being raised by a wonderful mother and dad, and more importantly, people that have been in my corner from day one that have taught me the right way. So it's only fair for me, to teach these young men, this is what is going to get you to the next level. This is what's going to help you in your career after football. Because I believe that football is one of the sports that will prepare these men for life after football. And if they continue to do the right things, and again, that's what we're trying to teach these men, do the right thing while they're here in the classroom, on the field. And it's going to carry over, when it's all said and done here.
Yeah, Coach McDowell, you played in the NFL for 7 years there, man. And tell me, when did you decide you want to get into coaching? My father is a coach, and I didn't choose that path. I chose radio. I said, I don't win or lose the radio. When coaching, you go great, that stuff goes on good. I don't want that problem. But for you, when did you decide you want to get into coaching and get back to the game of football that way?
It's funny actually because I've always said when I got through with playing with the Oilers, actually when I retired with Carolina officially, I said I would never get into coaching because I just had my son Trey, and I knew the hours that it took, to be dedicated, and I didn't want to be away from him. And sure enough, I started training guys, for agents, getting them ready. One particular, Danny Manny, he was my first guy. Started training him, getting ready for the pro level. Then started training high school kids, just getting them ready for their upcoming season. And then Alonzo Highsmith said, "Hey man, why don't you just try to go over and do a little coaching at TSU?" And like, nah. He said, "No, just try." And then his dad, Walter Highsmith, asked me to do the same thing. So I jumped right into it. I said, you know what, let me just try it for a year. So I actually volunteered for the first 4 years of coaching. I volunteered over at TSU for 4 years. And man, after that, it was on after that. And I fell in love really probably the second year I was there. And then finally got on the staff with Steve Wilson, went over to with Coach Browse for a year, went back to high school, which I love at Willow Ridge, and then here.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, Coach, you know, a lot of guys, like you said, man, once you retire, it's like either jump in or you jump out, you toe in, once you get that toe back into it, man, competitive juices still flow. You know, once you're, even for me, when I'm around the football field still, I feel like, oh, I want to get back out here again. Even though I'm just here doing a radio gig, but I still get that urge a little bit. Like, you want to get, I like the guy running Russell Rousey real good. You know, right. So
yeah, it was like you said. I mean, and again, it was one of them deals we talked about earlier. Oh, no, teaching these young men, and that was one of the things I thought when I got into it. I'm like, man, you know, I can be, access to these guys. You know what I'm saying? And I always just tell guys once I got into it, probably my probably my 6th year in it. And I started telling NFL guys, man, you guys need to get into this, man, because I think these guys can hear a lot from you guys. They can learn a lot from you guys. And I was trying to tell a lot of the NFL guys at that time, like, if you're not coaching, man, try to give back to these young men, whether it was in college or whether it was in high school, because they can learn a whole lot. And they needed it at the time and still need it.
Most definitely, because I could tell you this, Coach, without football, I wouldn't be talking to you today about football. You know, I grew up with not so great means, you know, so for me, having time to play football got me out of the hood, per se. So I know that the game gave me opportunity to do something I'm not a certain level like my friends are still stuck in. So I feel like, you know, the game gives you opportunity as well, having young coaches who want to mold you and tutor you and give you that guidance. I mean, it's so important. I'm a poster boy for what a coach can do for a young man.
Absolutely. And again, there's nothing being that poster boy for young men, because again, they're going to learn, they're going to see, they're going to do what you do. And like I said, my ultimate goal is to teach these young men, you know, to be the best that they can be when they leave this game. Because as I tell them, hey, not all you guys are going to make it to the next level. You know, it's that 1-2% that's going to make it, you know, although I say, hey, you know what, you still have a great opportunity with the USFL coming back, the XFL, and all the spring leagues, you know. But at the end of the day, it's about how you prepare yourself, you know, in those classrooms, out on the field, you know, which again is going to help you when you transition from the sport.
Exactly, because my degree is in business, Coach, in psychology, and African studies. So I feel like, you know, I'm using my degree in business right now in psychology as well, because being on the radio, you have to deal with some whacked out guests sometimes. Coach, you have to kind of navigate the waters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep them on the right path when they go off the wrong path on you.
Absolutely. And again, it's, as you know, it's about, again, teaching these young men responsibility. You know, everybody come into this football arena with different ideals, different responsibility. And it is our duty as coaches, you know, to get these young men right on the right path.
And Coach Vasquez, man, what is your ideal young man for your program? What's going to be your pillars of your program for a young man to come in and say that's the right fit for us going forward?
Well, first and foremost, academically, you know, they got to be able to handle academically in the classroom. You know, we here at Prairie View, you know, have a high standard, a great standard, and they have to come in here and, most importantly, get it done in the classroom, and then secondly, you know, get it done out in the field. You know, a guy in this program, again, you know, be it offense or defense, we want kids that's going to come into this program and just basically do what they're supposed to do, you know. And I say do what you're supposed to do, again, in the classroom, you know, out on the field. And more importantly, what I think is so important is to give back to the community. And that's going to be one of my number one goals this year, is to get them more involved with community projects.
Most definitely, because seeing those guys out in the community, out there in your county there, man, is something to get people to galvanize around the program, because I feel like too many times Black schools do not do enough outreach in the community. And when you do that piece, people show up at your stadium, you know. Absolutely. And I feel like it's not enough of that going on. It's like, yeah, we're the football team, we got the band, but guess what? Community was not one with you. They're not coming out. You know, so that goes to community outreach is so important for fundraising and just community backing of the team to support you when things are going very well. So they know what's going on at Prairie View A&M.
Absolutely. You hit it on the head. And that, again, I mean, you know, we came in, like I tell guys, we brought you here for a reason. I mean, you know why you're here. Again, that's to get, you know, play football and get your academic degree when you leave here. But more importantly, you know, I'm going to teach you, you know, the process, you know, when you leave this university, how to communicate with people outside of this university, how to communicate with people in the community, how to go out there, you know, get those dollars, you know, that you probably most likely wouldn't be able to get, you know, if you didn't know that person. I tell my guys all the time, dude, you know, don't burn bridges, man. Don't burn bridges. It's all about getting to know people, you know, meet as many people as you can, get to know them, see what they're about, you know, because you never know at the end of the day when it's all said and done, you know, that person, you know, may have a, you know, be that CEO of a company and then wants you to come work for it.
No doubt. And coach, I love about the SWAC now, coach. You added Bethune and my guy down there over there, Florida A&M, the Rattlers. So get these, man. You got 12 teams now, 2 divisions now. The league is stronger than ever. I feel like SWAC is looked upon, and it makes me angry when non-black pundits say, coach, that the SWAC and the MEAC are the worst conferences in the NCAA. I'm like, really? Oh, on what basis? You know what I'm saying? Do you watch what's going on in those 2 conferences? You know, but these pundits say this all the time. It's like me, I got the worst conferences in the whole D1. I'm like, to me, it's a travesty when I hear those statements because the quality of football in the SWAC and the MEAC is very high. You know, everybody thought that Jackson State was going to beat South Carolina State, but they defensively, their game plan was one of a kind, mixing the coverages, confused Sanders and everything like that. Nobody thought, but if you know those teams were going to win that game, but they did. So even Trey Oliver in the kickoff game beat Alcorn State. Frank does a great job. So how can you say as a player the worst conference in football? But what's really more bad, coach, is none of the guys was drafted in 2021. You know, and there are talented guys who should be drafted out of the SWAC and the MEAC. And so if I feel like, coach, it's overlooked. So how do you feel about it? Trying to make the league even more prominent, have guys in the NFL come scout the young men and see the talent, the gems, diamonds in the rough, then in the SWAC and the MEAC conferences that can help us roster in the NFL.
Well, I mean, again, it's all about, like I tell guys, it's all about you going out doing your job. You know, you're going to have coaches. You have great coaches in the SWAC and the MEAC, you know, HBCUs, without a doubt. You know, now it's about us going out, teaching these young men how to perform on the field. Because, again, you know as well as I know, if they're not performing well on the field, they're not going to come down. They're not going to come see these kids. And one other information I give to my kids, you know, I'm like, hey, you got to be better than that Texas A&M guy up the road there, you know. And I just say Texas A&M because they're right here. You know, you got to be better than them because, again, they're the top D1 school and you're the lower D1 school. So in order for you to get a good look, you know, you got to go out there and get numbers, you know, be it interception, be it tackles, you know, be it, you know, pancakes or be it touchdown. Because at the end of the day, when these guys come in and they're scouting you, they want to see you making plays. And there's no reason why that a SWAC player, MEAC player, HBCU player can't make it to the next level. Again, it's about you going out there and doing your job. We got talent, you know, and obviously I think with what Dion is doing right now, just phenomenal. It's bringing more attention to the SWAC, to Black college football. And I guarantee you, it's just a matter of time where you're going to start seeing a lot more of these young men, you know, get to the next level.
Most definitely, coach. And what I also like about what you're in Texas there, it's so much talent in Texas. You know, for me, a guy who's at Baylor or A&M or Texas who's not playing could come down to your level and play right away, you know, and still get sick because I just not lie. Talent you will be found, right? So I feel like, you know, being where you are, you have an opportunity with this transfer portal to get guys who go to these schools and don't get to play. If you come down to your level and be a world beater in the SWAC and get to league that way as well.
Absolutely. And again, you want those guys, you know, again, you want those young men that are coming from that portal to help you out. But, you know, my philosophy is I'm not going to hit that portal real hard because, again, I want to be able to teach these young men that are coming up. I want to get these young guys and then I want to be able to continue to build. You know, only thing is with that portal to me is that, you know, again, you're getting guys in for 1 year and then they out. And then now you're not building that camaraderie within your team. So again, I when you go into that portal, you just got to pick and choose, at that particular time, what is your need, because again, it can help you or it may not help you. But I love it. I love what the portal has done, to Black college football. I mean, because again, now it gives us a better chance to compete.
Most definitely, and that's what the whole thing about it is, trying to compete as well and be seen. And I would love it. I would love to see the Atlanta Classic come back when my school played FAMU, but I know it's probably not gonna happen anytime soon. But I miss those games, man. And I hear the word of the street is TSU may come back to the SWAC based on what I'm hearing. So he might happen that way anyway. But what's fun about it, Coach, is in the SWAC every night is a fun night, and every game, every statement's a fun game. The band, the camaraderie, the pageantry. It's just seeing Black excellence out there and that on Saturday afternoon, Saturday nights, man. It's fun. Let's talk about the environment for our listeners here in Atlanta who don't really understand how the SWAC operates, how those game days are and those trips are. Tell us fans about that, Coach, as well.
Man, the Black experience here in Black college football is unbelievable. And again, if you have not had a chance to get out and see it, please, at some point, make it a date to get out there and see it, because you'll be totally shocked when you get out there. Just we're just having fun out there. And like I said, especially when the bands get out there. I mean, it's been at sometimes at halftime, when we finish talking, to the players, get in there, get out, tell them what to do, what we see wrong. We get back outside and stand on the ramps there and watch the band, because again, that's they're one of the groups that brings the fans out that people want to see, want to experience, and they be jamming, guys. I'm telling, they be jamming, because again, it's I remember when I first got here, when I first started with Texas Southern, I had no idea it was like that. Them finally getting out there and just watching the band perform at halftime, man, it was. I mean, I remember several times it just kind of gave me chills, just seeing how they perform out there. And I think that was one of the reasons why I wanted to stay on the Black college level as well, because again, just the camaraderie, seeing how people do what they do and do it to the highest their ability, man. It's fun.
100%. That, Coach, being a former NFL player, how's the game changed for you since you got out of the league in 1995 with Carolina back when that was a expansion team, almost I think it was in 1995 there. Tell me, how's it changed in your eyes, the game on the NFL level so far?
Well, I think on the NFL level, I think the game has changed. I know for a fact, as well as I do, they're bigger, faster, stronger. Absolutely that, but yeah, I think the biggest deal is, the way we tackle now. I think, the tackling has gone down tremendously. People say, I hear people say, oh, they don't know how to tackle. Well, I don't know if they don't know how to tackle. I think it's just how they're trying to tackle in order not to get penalized, because now you remember back in the day when we was there, certain hits, counted. But now these days, football, you do a certain hit, boom, you're out the game. And I think that kind of, in the back of a lot of guys' mind now, especially DBs, that, how do I hit? When do I need to, strike? Because it has gone to the point where, if I'm going in there full speed, and back in the day, I'm going in not even thinking. Now, is going in thinking, okay, oh, shoot, should I hit him like this or should I hit him like that? And then that calls for you to either miss a tackle or not get that big hit. So it has changed a lot, but I love the way it's going right now, because, again, you're just seeing so many athletes, having fun. I think that's one thing, too, that I love about it. Now they're giving these guys the opportunity, or letting them, celebrate. That's one thing I love now seeing with these young men, man, is how they celebrate after a big play. The dances, the things that they do. It is crazy, man, and I love it.
I love when they go to the end zone and do they get group dances. I love that. End zone time, let's go. Get to the group dance. Let's go.
It's fun. I mean, it's exciting to see when they do that, man. I love it. I can't say enough about it. Just that part of itself has changed the game, and it makes it just fun to watch.
Now, I'm very much younger than you are, Coach. I got to play on field turf and grass. You got to play on the hard astroturf. Tell me, how was it to play on that hard concrete with a little carpet over it, because field turf has its advantages and disadvantages too. But playing on that concrete is something different.
It is. I mean, you play fast, but man, I tell you, you know, it got to a point probably about third year, you know, it started taking a toll on the knees, man. You know, and shoot, I mean, certain areas in the field, and you just step on something, your hips don't go boom like that. I mean, just what's a hollow area right in that particular area, but it was hard, man. I mean, and I think till this day, you know, that's you know, my knees are feeling it even when I stand on the turf today. I mean, we got turf out here at PV, and you know, just standing on that thing every day like we've been doing for the last 4 years, it takes its toll. You know, that's why I say I always tell guys, you got to mix that thing up. You got to either go turf, and then sometimes, you know, get that grass feel so those legs, you know, you can get those legs back. You can't continue to practice on turf every day because it will take a toll on the knees and legs.
100%, Coach. Well, Coach McDowell, thank you for your time today, Coach. It was fun talking to you again, for the chatting with you down the road, man. Build a relationship with you going forward, my brother.
My brother, appreciate you. God bless.
Same to you, Coach. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
All right.